As an orthopedic surgeon who has spent more than 4 decades inside operating rooms and rehabilitation centers, I've spoken with colleagues from Japan, Germany, Canada, and the United States. All of us share the same lived experience. We've watched the human body at its strongest and at its weakest. We've seen bones shatter and mend, muscles waste away and rebuild, and we've witnessed what happens as strength fades with age and what happens when it returns. Yet despite this, a wave of young tech founders, AI-driven fitness apps, supplement companies, and new longevity experts keep repeating one simple claim: walking is enough. They insist that once you pass 75, you don't need resistance work. You don't need power. You just need steps. But anyone who truly studies anatomy knows this narrative leaves out the most important questions. How can walking restore muscle that has already atrophied? How can it improve balance when stabilizing muscles are not being engaged? How can bones become stronger without load or mechanical stress? How can walking prevent falls when fast twitch reactions are never trained? And how can a body losing strength month after month be protected by steps alone? It doesn't align with biomechanics. It does not align with post-operative recovery, and it does not mirror what we see in real patients. This is why a group of 22 orthopedic surgeons with decades of combined experience decided to look deeper. We combed through hundreds of scientific studies, examined rehabilitation protocols from 9 countries, and even tested the programs on ourselves. In total, we evaluated 297 exercises from around the world, including 144 from Japan, where aging is treated as a science rather than a fear. Many exercises offered minor benefits. Several offered none at all. But 5, only 5, consistently produced visible, measurable, repeatable muscle restoration, even in adults over 75. In this video, we're revealing those 5 movements every senior should practice, instead of relying only on walking. Stay with us because exercise number 2 rebuilt lost muscle faster than anything we've tested in over 41 years of practice. Full research sources are listed in the description for those who prefer evidence over opinion. Before we start, a quick question. How old are you? Share your age in the comments. We personally read and respond to each one. Now, let's begin with number 5, a movement almost no older adult practices, yet it can activate strength that walking never reaches. Number 5, heel-to-toe walking. Our 5th exercise is called heel-to-toe walking. It looks simple, but the science behind it is surprisingly powerful. In clinical rehab, it's known as tandem walking. It targets a key function that declines sharply after age 75, proprioception. Proprioception is your body's internal sense of position, the ability to know where your limbs are without looking at them. It's the reason you can touch your nose with your eyes closed or descend a staircase without watching your feet. After the age of 75, the nerve receptors responsible for proprioception begin sending weaker, less accurate signals to the brain. Research from the University of Pittsburgh shows that proprioceptive precision can drop by roughly 25% between ages 65 and 80. In simple terms, your brain becomes less certain about where your feet are and what kind of surface they're standing on. Heel-to-toe walking helps restore that lost communication. Because you're essentially walking as if on a balance beam, your body is forced to deliver clearer, more detailed information to your brain with every step. You place one foot directly in front of the other, touching the heel of the front foot to the toes of the back foot each time. This narrow stance makes your nervous system work harder to keep you upright. To get the most benefit, start near a stable surface, like a wall or kitchen counter, so you have support if you need it. Stand tall, pull your shoulders back, and focus your eyes on a point about 15 feet ahead. Then begin stepping forward slowly, matching that precise heel-to-toe pattern. Don't rush. The goal is accuracy, not speed. Try to perform about 20 controlled steps in a row, and repeat this twice daily. One study published in the Archives of Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation found that older adults who practiced heel-to-toe walking for just 8 weeks improved their dynamic balance by 19%. Dynamic balance is the type you rely on while moving through daily life. navigating crowds, walking on uneven ground, stepping off curbs. Participants in the study also reported feeling more secure in unpredictable environments. As your confidence increases, you can gently raise the difficulty. Try turning your head from side to side while walking, or close your eyes for 1 or 2 steps at a time. These variations simulate real-life conditions, such as poor lighting or distractions. Orthopedic specialists recommend this exercise because it strengthens the neural pathway between your feet and your brain, something regular walking on smooth, predictable surfaces cannot accomplish. Now let's move on to an exercise designed to tackle a completely different issue that emerges after age 75. Before we continue, if you're finding this information helpful, consider tapping the like button so more seniors can benefit from it. And don't forget to subscribe. We share powerful senior health videos every day, and you won't want to miss the next one. Number 4. Chair squats. The fourth exercise on our list is the chair squat, and it targets one of the most powerful indicators of long-term independence, the ability to rise from a seated position without using your hands. It may seem simple, but the research behind this movement shows just how critical it truly is. A well-known study called the Sitting-Rising Test, published in the European Journal of Preventive Cardiology, demonstrated a strong link between this basic ability and overall longevity. Participants who struggled to sit down and stand up unassisted were found to have a 5 to 6 times greater risk of death during the study period compared to those who performed the movement easily. After the age of 75, the muscles that make this movement possible, mainly the quadriceps and glutes, decline much faster than they did earlier in life. This age-related muscle loss, known as sarcopenia, accelerates in the late 70s and continues into the 80s. According to research published in the Journal of Gerontology, adults lose around 3% of their muscle strength every year after 75. Over 5 years, that totals nearly a 15% decline. Chair squats are one of the most effective and practical ways to counter this loss, because they replicate the movements you perform many times a day, standing up from the toilet, rising from the dinner table, getting out of the car, or simply leaving the couch. The movement is straightforward, but proper form is essential. Begin by sitting in a sturdy chair with your feet planted hip-width apart. Cross your arms over your chest or extend them straight out for balance. Lean forward slightly to bring your weight over your feet, then push firmly through your heels to stand completely upright. Pause for a second at the top, then lower yourself back down slowly and with full control. This lowering phase is where much of the muscle-building stimulus occurs. Avoid dropping into the chair or letting momentum do the work. Research from Tufts University found that older adults who practiced chair squats 3 times per week for 12 weeks increased leg strength by an average of 28%. Even better, their walking speed improved by 15%, and their stair climbing ability rose by 22%. Orthopedic specialists frequently see a pattern. Many seniors can walk reasonably well, yet struggle significantly with sit-to-stand movements. These individuals often end up needing grab bars throughout their home or begin avoiding gatherings out of embarrassment when they require help getting up. To build strength safely, aim for 2 to 3 sets of 10 chair squats each day. If rising without using your hands is too challenging initially, start by gently pushing off the armrests. Over time, use your arms less and less until you can perform the movement with your hands crossed over your chest. Once that becomes easy, increase the difficulty by holding a light weight to your chest, or by practicing with a slightly lower chair. The next exercise strengthens an area most people never think about, yet it becomes absolutely essential for preventing falls as we age. Number 3. Standing hip circles. Our third movement is standing hip circles, an exercise that rarely appears in common fitness routines, but is considered crucial by orthopedic specialists, especially for adults over 75. This movement focuses on 2 things walking does not address: hip mobility and the strength of the small stabilizer muscles that support the hip joint. These stabilizers, along with the joint's flexibility, are what allow your body to react when you stumble. Whenever you slip, trip, or tilt off balance, your hips must lift, rotate, or swing your leg out quickly to catch you. If your hips are stiff, or if those stabilizing muscles are weak, your body simply cannot respond in time, which is how falls happen. A study in the Journal of Biomechanics found that hip mobility drops approximately 20% between ages 65 and 80, and this reduction is closely linked to a higher likelihood of falling. Another study from the University of Maryland revealed that weakness in the hip abductors, the muscles that move your leg outward, was the strongest predictor of falls in adults over 70, stronger even than general leg strength or balance test results. Standing hip circles directly target both mobility and stabilizer strength. The movement guides your hip through its full range of motion, while your standing leg works to keep you balanced, forcing those deep muscles to activate. To perform the exercise correctly, stand beside a sturdy chair or wall and lightly hold it for support. Lift the leg farthest from the support so that your knee rises toward your chest. From there, slowly move your knee out to the side, then extend it behind you, and finally return to the starting position. Imagine drawing a large, smooth